Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to do a very easy ITB stretch. So you put your one leg over the other leg and you will just go down as far as you can. And you should focus on stretching this lateral line and also the glute medius. You should feel it by now. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the stretch to help with your quads and your hip flexors. The first one is just in this position, lean forward, and you should feel it pulling here on this line. Second one is when you bring your pelvis into a tilt, in a forward tilt, and lean forward, then you will feel it only in your hip flexor, which are always very tight with running.
Okay, the next important muscle that we should probably release is the TFL, which is on the anterior lateral side of your hip. You'll feel it's just below the pelvic bone. You'll feel a little softish area where the muscle is located. You're going to put the ball on that area and you're going to lie down on it and you're going to roll that muscle up and down, and if you feel a tender spot, you're going to just stick there for a few seconds and then you can roll again. Okay, so you can go side to side as well, but always end with up and down, so in line with the fibers of the muscle. Okay, so first exercise, we need to stabilize the hips or the pelvis. So it's called the Superman. So you're going to make sure that your knees are below your hips and that your hands are below your shoulder joints. Firstly, you need to activate your lower abdominals. So with this movement, I don't want any movement in the hips, I don't want any rotation, I don't want any leaning to the sides. From there, you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to extend, keeping the lower abdominals on, and return. Opposite sides. Extend, as you breathe out, breathe in as you return. Okay. It's all about stability, so you need to try and keep your hips as stable as possible. Now we'll be looking at the Flamingo exercise. It's a very good exercise for the gluteus medius muscle. So you want to position yourself against the wall, and then you need a smallish ball to put right against the joint line on this knee closest to the wall. Then you're going to lift your foot at the back. Try and keep your hips level, so you don't want this hip to drop. Okay. From there, you're basically going to do a quarter squat. So you're going to sit back nicely and fully extend. Make sure when coming up that you brace your lower abdominals and that you squeeze your glutes to bring you back up to the starting position. It's also a good cue to try and keep your knees in line with one another. That will also help you with the hip alignment.
Okay guys, the next exercise that you can do to help treat your ITB, it's called the glute medius bridge. So you're going to lie as if you're going to do a side plank, bend your knees, then make sure that your shoulder, hip and your knees are all going to be in a straight line. And then you just lift up, open your legs, open this hip complex up. See if you can hold that for 30 seconds, then take a rest and then switch around to do the other side.
Okay, we're going to go through the step up. So it's predominantly an exercise for the glutes to strengthen them, but it's very much about control, especially around the pelvis. Okay, so one foot you're going to start on top of your step. Okay, first thing is you're going to lean slightly forward with the upper body, placing most of your weight on the heel of your foot, and then from there pressing yourself up onto the step. Okay, other foot can touch down, and from there you're again starting with slightly bending over forward, bend at the knee, keep most weight on the heel and touch down. It's very important that on the way down you try and keep your hips level, and the leading leg should not, on that side, should not be pulling down. Okay, next we're going to look at the step down. So for this one, you don't want your step to be too high. Okay, so you're going to balance on one leg, and then on the other leg you're going to try and reach for the floor in front of you, touch and come back up. touch, come back up. It's a very small movement. Try and keep your kneecap in line between your second and third toe. This is a very important exercise for the VMO or the medial part of your quadriceps. Okay, the next one is for the adductors, also to improve the pelvic stability. It's called an adductor iso hold or bunkie hold. So you're gonna put your one leg on top of a surface. Ideally for now, the knee in the middle. As you get stronger, you can increase the lever arm and go further out. Okay, from there, again, elbow below the shoulder, go up, lift both legs, and again, straight line here, and just hold.